If you guys missed my first video earlier today, we went over the first wave of spoilers for Commander Masters that were released today. And of course, as the day continued, more spoilers were revealed. Though there are not as many as there were this morning, there is still a decent amount to cover and a few significantly noteworthy ones. So let's jump into the video. Alright, as promised, I'm trying to keep you guys up to date on everything for Commander Masters that is even remotely noteworthy. I did make the first video. A lot of people have watched and interacted already, so I really appreciate that. And it looks like the rest of our reveals for the day have been laid out, so we're going to go over them quick. At the end of that first video, I did talk about how the medallions were definitely really good reprints. Land Tax, another really good reprint, but I wanted to see more, especially because this is such a high-value premium set. I'm hoping that they'll continue to give us high-quality reprints in there, you know, in addition to kind of focusing on the draft experience, like they said, which is fine, but again, at the end of the day, you're asking people to spend a lot of money on this product, so you really should be doing something to, you know, make people feel like their investment is going to be worthwhile. Now, first up, we've got Urza, Lord High Artificer. So this was reprinted in Dominaria Remastered back in January. Before only being in Modern Horizons, it was a really expensive card. Right now, it's about 15 to 20 bucks, so not bad to see it get another reprint, although a little surprising because it did get reprinted earlier in the year. Still, it's a really good card, and it makes it more accessible to people, and that's obviously a good thing. Now, Urza does also have a portrait art. I just can't get behind them. I don't know what it is. They're not bad. I understand kind of what they're going for, like I said in the previous video, but they just don't look great. Maybe in person they'll look better, but it's something weird about the color palettes they've chosen, and it's just really not moving the needle for me. But still, there will be people out there who like this, and you're certainly going to have your pick of Urza cards now. And this does have a textured foil variant as well, though there are no images that'll really show that off at the moment. We've got Omnath, Locus of Mana. Another solid reprint. Wasn't the most expensive card in the world, but it hadn't been reprinted since the Commander collection, so it's been a little bit, and it's definitely a really good card, especially for Commander. I think that it's going to be a very welcome reprint for people, but again, it's not a high-value reprint. It's just kind of in the mid-level. We need more cards along the lines of, you know, the medallions and land tax than we do these mid-range cards, because as good as these mid-range cards are, again, they're not going to be what sells the set. Now, Omnath does have a special portrait version, which I don't hate because it's kind of silly looking. It doesn't, I don't really love it either, but it's kind of a unique art style with his color palette they have going on, where it's like green on green, which is interesting. But it's cool for him, and he's got a textured foil variant as well. So I don't know whether or not we'll get the other Omnaths in here as well, but this one is here, and it's definitely a unique looking piece of art without a doubt. Now, this one got me really excited, and I'm hopeful that it's the first of what will be many, but that is Deadly Rollick. So this is the free cast spell that if you control a commander, you can play it without paying its mana cost. There are one of these for every color, and many of them are very, very expensive, having only been printed in the 2020 Commander decks. So I am super pumped to see this here. This is like a $50 card, and it is definitely a welcome reprint, and that artwork is unreal. It is getting, of course, reprinted in its standard art, but you guys have seen that before, so I figured I'd just include the new one. This is a big hit, and outside of Lotus and Ur-Dragon, I definitely think one of the bigger hits. If Fierce Guardianship and other cards are confirmed, I definitely think that we will be looking at a significant shift in interest, but I'm hopeful that they continue to deliver with cards like this, because Deadly Rollick is a really, really good inclusion. Now, Wayward Swordtooth is in here, and he is neat enough, I suppose. It was like an $8 card from Ixalan. Not a bad card or anything, but again, not really what we're looking for. This is probably going to be like $2 after it gets its reprint. It does have a pretty cool foil-etched version if you're into that sort of thing in the collector boosters only, but no full arts or extended arts for him, so that's kind of just there. Again, not a bad one, but nothing that's really getting me going crazy. Now, we've got Yargo Glutton of Urborg. I don't know why they're reprinting this again. It was just reprinted in March of the Machine, and it's like a 10-cent card. And I know they're talking about the draft experience, but like this card as a whole is just not really necessary in here. There are so many other inclusions they could have made. So while I'm not like offended by it or anything, I'm just kind of like wondering why. And, like, it sucks to be the person who got that as your preview card. Like, oh, okay, cool. Yargle, I guess. Like, this card's worthless, and we just got another one. So, I don't know. The kind of a questionable decision. He even got a foil etched in that last set, so it's just a bit of a weird one. We've got Regal Behemoth, which is actually not bad. This was only in Conspiracy, I believe, and it was actually worth like 15 to 20 bucks, so not a terrible reprint. Trample, when it ETBs, you become the Monarch, and then it doubles your land that you tap for while you're the Monarch. Not bad at all, and it is a dinosaur, so it certainly has some synergy with Gishath, as well as we've got new dinosaurs coming out down the road. So nice to see this get a reprint. I didn't even know this card existed until I started looking over the reprints, so that tells you where I'm at with certain cards. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad or anything. It's just, you know, another decent card to reprint, but we're really missing on some of the marketable hits, in my opinion. And finally, for today, we've got Mystics of the Magnus, a really fun, cool card for Commander. I believe this was a Commander in the same, like, wave of Commander decks as Azuri Claw of Progress. Could be wrong on that, but I'm fairly certain that's valid. This is definitely a really popular card that utilizes experience counters and can be great for Spellslinger. It was not worth much when I checked prior to the announcement, so it was maybe like $1, but people will be happy to probably have the foil-less version of it. And again, I understand there do need to be some bulk rares in the set. I just wish that they were, like, not leading with all of those, because right now we've seen a lot more kind of meh to, like, okay stuff than we have big hitters. My thoughts so far on the day is that we've definitely gotten a bit of a solid foundation, but I am not placing my pre-order yet. I am waiting to see what else will be shaking up, and I'm really hoping that we get the rest of the zero-cost cast Commander spells, especially Fierce Guardianship and Deflecting Swat. Those will go a long way with the player base, and also a long way towards, you know, the estimated value for the products, especially with them having, like, specialty versions in addition to more accessible ones. So I am looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That's going to wrap it for today's reveals, but I will cover back tomorrow with another video talking about the reveals, and we'll make a second one if necessary. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite reveal is from today, and if you guys are on the fence still, where are you standing with this as we go through the reveal process? And I'll catch you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Click the bell icon to stay notified, and I'll catch you in the next one.